Chef Sel was recorded on a cell phone in front of a fake audience.
Hey guys, Chef Sel right here. Down there. I'm back. Well, it took me a while to get to the next state of Kentucky, by the way. I mean, we had to go through all these rivers. They got rivers, right? Anyway, I wound up home. Here I am. That's where I've always been. But Kentucky, in our 50 most Googled recipes by state, has asked for, this is a great one, Kentucky hot browns. Wait. Kentucky what? Huh? What? Okay. The Brown Hotel in Kentucky, 2:30 in the morning, years and years and years ago, maybe decades ago, that kind of thing. People came in munched out. Sorry, but you can say munched out now on the internet. Munched out, munched out, munched out, munched out. Anyway, you know, a night of drinking, you know what happens. You get hungry, right? 2:30 in the morning, the chef who was out with these people having fun said, I'm the chef. I'll be right back. Goes into the kitchen, throws some stuff together, and comes up with Kentucky hot browns. Ha! Speaking of that, which has nothing to do with it, subscribe before I forget, right here, boom. And then hit the little bell, and you'll know when the next state is up. We're in the K's now. It's gonna keep going, all right? I'm back, let's get going. What did this chef put together in that dark kitchen on that lonely November night? Or something. I'll show you, very simple, very simple. Here we have some of the main ingredients, all right? Go to the deli, tell them to give you a couple of slices, 5 or 6 slices. You can use, you know, what do you call it there? The deli turkey. Slice it up and make it about 1/4 inch thick, maybe a little less, all right? Get yourself some chives. That's to put over the top later. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do it, but you're gonna want to. You know, you gotta get, come on, get in the feeling of it. 1/4 to 1/2 cup of 2 of your favorite cheeses. You can use yellow cheddar. I'm using white cheddar. I got an Italian blend, and then more of it to put over the top later. Speaking the top later of whatever I was gonna say. I have a lot of bacon here. I'm gonna make a bunch of these after the show's over because we're gonna be very hungry tonight, my wife and I. But anyway, you need about 2 or 3 slices of bacon. Thickest bacon you can find. And this is the best way, if I can pick this up. See how even, and it's not curling around like a bunch of freaking crazy curly bacon strips? See? Put it in the oven. Depending on your oven, you can go 350, 375 is fine. And, you know, until it gets to the liking of your like. Okay, so you got the bacon, right? That's gonna go over the top later. And I got over here on my browning section, I got tomatoes. You can get an heirloom, but look how thick I sliced them. Nice thick beef steak there. Heirlooms are good. Anything that's really big, you know, big and red and ready to go, okay? And 4 slices of nice dark brown, toasted bread of your liking once again. Get yourself cast iron pot, which is underneath the bacon. And now we're gonna make the sauce. It's like a mac and cheese sauce. Very, very basic bechamel sauce, okay? So we're gonna put this on here. I got this on a medium low because we're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in this medium saucepan. Bing, bang, boom. And then when that gets melted there, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. You can use flour. You can use flour. Cornstarch is good. It's gluten-free if you want to get into that. So when this melts, I'm going to add my cornstarch, whisk it around, whisk it around. You want it to get a nice, what do they call it? Called golden brown. All right, you want to bake off or cook off all of that white powder, whether it's flour or cornstarch. You want to just bake it off, brown it up. So what's happening here is it's melted, but it's still bubbling, okay? All those solids are kind of burning off, and that's what you want to do. So, can you see that? Yeah, see? It's bubbling, that's all. How many tablespoons did I say? Somebody write in. We're not live, don't write in. All right, 2 I said, right? There's 1 of this cornstarch and 2. Now, here's the trick. Whisk and whisk and whisk until you get that honey flavored color, caramel flavored color. All right, it's a color of a dark brown honey, that's all. All right, just don't burn it, all right? Sheesh. Cup of whole milk. Don't do the low fat stuff. All right, you don't want that. I'm gonna pour it in here. She's gonna kind of smoke on you, don't worry. And now you wanna move it down maybe to about a medium low, if it was already on medium. And then once it gets all mixed up, then you can bring it up just a little. And what we're looking for here is a boil, but a simmer. So just keep it nice and, like a medium low to medium. You gotta get a feel for it. People say, okay, what do I put it on? Low? Okay, it's not done, you suck. It's not gonna happen that way, folks. When you see the bubbles coming around the sides, that's when it's starting, okay? And so I'm gonna go another minute on it, move it a little bit down, a little bit over low. And it's thickening up for 1 minute as soon as those bubbles start. So now at this point, I'm gonna be adding some seasoning, just a little bit of salt. I'm gonna go about a teaspoon, a little less maybe, mix it. And now I'm gonna add a little bit, I'm gonna put it really low now because it's thickened. And this is mustard powder here. And I'm going half of a teaspoon. I want to give it some flavor, give it, live a little. All right, let's take it off now because that's pretty much done with the bubbles, right? Off, boom. Continue to stir. Just try not to stop stirring at all. I like Tabasco. This isn't for heat. If you put 5 or 6 drops in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20. Mix that around. And now while it's still smoking hot, remember that cheese I told you about, right? We have this cheddar, white cheddar, and an Italian blend. Little Parmesan, little Asiago. Remember, the salt is all in the cheese. That's why I only did like a little less than a teaspoon of that salt. It's gonna be pourable, but thick pourable. I'm gonna go more cheese. I had a little bit more in here. And make sure that cheese is fully melted, all right? You don't want little lumps of cheese in your food. All right, I'm liking this. I'm putting it aside. And now this is, yes, it's cool enough to hold here, see? The pan with the bacon. So now I have my cast iron going. And I want to do 2 things before I set this all up. I want to warm up my turkey. Is that what they call it now? All right, I'm going to warm up my turkey. And we're going to go medium low on this. And it's good because then you'll have the hot pan to drop all the ingredients in once you're done heating up this turkey. It's only going to be a couple of minutes on each side. And don't worry about crowding the pan. I know there's a lot of chefs, don't crowd the pan. You're not going to crowd the pan. You crowd the pan, I take you and I throw you out with the pan too. Don't worry about it. Not in this case. There are other cases when you should not crowd the pan. There you go. See? A lot of people say, Chef Sal, what does warm turkey look like? No, they don't. There it is. All right, so that's nice and warm. And it just gives it a head start because you're going to put this whole thing under the broiler twice. All right, once to brown the sauce that we made that we're going to put on top of this. And then we're going to sprinkle cheese and melt that and kind of brown that too. And now, as you can't see, I put down 2 slices of very thick tomato slices, see? 2 slices of very thick tomato slices. There, put them down. And we season in layers, right, Emerald? Love that guy, as you know. A little bit of salt. Even though there's salt and everything else, don't leave the tomatoes out of it. I'm going to tell you, they wind up under your bed tonight. All right, a little bit of pepper. And you just want to give it a little scald to it. You're not really cooking them. You're not making a sauce. Just give a little scald. It's on close to low, a little bit above low, so let it go. And then we just keep moving. Okay, that was all. See, it was probably around 2 or 3 minutes. Now, if you have a grill pan with the, with the grill lines in it, which I do, but I just wanted to not make this right. You don't have to, because it's all going to get covered under this delicious mound of cheese and bacon, so you really don't have to. But anyway, I wanted to show it to you. And it's time to build, right? So we don't want it to stick, right? I'm going to pan this thing. And you could be liberal, or you could pour a little oil and wipe it in if you're, the cast iron purist. Oh, don't put Pam in the cast iron. I did. All right? Yeah, well, that's looking good. All right. Let's take my 4 slices of well-done toast. Make it well done. You're not making toast for breakfast. So you don't get to say, oh, I like it with a little bit of well done. You don't get to say it. Sorry. Come on. You got to do this right. And let's fit these in the pan the best way we can. Any way is fine. Looks great already. Looks great already. Woo! Okay, good. Now we're going to layer in our turkey. And I'll bring it over. Go from one side to the other and use all that turkey up. You'll be very happy once you did. I mean, I can't wait for the next step when we pour this cheese sauce. God. All right. And time has come. See that? Ploppy. Ploppy right onto my shirty, which I just got dry cleaned. Let's go. Cover the bread and the turkey. Make sure all you see is cheese. And I used about 3/4 of that because now I want to nestle these tomatoes on top of that cheese. And give me about, I don't know, let's go 4 slices of bacon, right? Let's do it. Let's just do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now that it's thick, we'll go with the spatula. So now you have a sandwich of cheese. Since that cheese is now covering most of the bread, I'm putting it over the bacon and the tomatoes. Now I'm going to put my broiler on. And as soon as that goes on, stick it underneath there, like I said, top rack. And just keep your eye on it. You might want to keep the oven on. What do you call it, an oven? Keep it open. Take a look. Right? As soon as it gets brown, out. More cheese on top. Back in. Brown. Done. Eat. Good. Okay, the first browning is going in. That's what she looks like. It's heavy, dudes. It's heavy. See it? Okay. Look at that. Ugh. It's already golden brown. Now while she's still bubbling, don't rush and kill yourself. But get more cheese on top. Just try to cover it around the edges and then go right in the middle. And get it under that broiler again as soon as you can because everything's hot and waiting to be moltenized. Yes, I made that word up because, as you know, that's what I do because I have my own show. Here we go. Going back in. Oh my. Oh my. Crispy, gooey, golden, sicko, crazy. Good. Look at that. Let me do one more final touch. Whew. Now your toast that's sticking out in the edges, it's going to get very, very dark. If you don't like it, cut it off, but it has to be that way because you want to melt this cheese. Look at this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Cut up some chives. You can do parsley. You can do basil if you want. Just get some green on there. Trust me. Unbelievable. Kentucky. Thank you. Kentucky hot browns. You know, Kentucky's known for it. I told you the Brown Hotel. This is the one that chef late at night with his friends put together. Oof, boy. Speaking of putting it together, let's put together a little Instagram.
So have you ever wondered what you look like to other people?
Anyway, try this. Please do. And next week, I think we're going over to Kansas. Yeah, it's right down the road. Is it? No. Anyway, join me next week. Chef sells 50 most Googled recipes by state. You know, entering the summer now, so there should be some summer fun going on, if you know what I mean. And speaking of fun, right there. Bingo, bammo, boomo. Boom. Subscribe, hit the bell. Please like. Like is good because then I move up in the search and you see me more often because I know you're dying to. I know you're dying to. Anyway, thanks again, Kentucky. I'm Chef Sal, Chef Sal's Crazy Cooking Show. Thank you, fake audience. Please exit. I'll just hit delete. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Come to Facebook too. Chef Sells Crazy Cooking Show. Next time it is.